Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Penguins Collective podcast. My name is Louie. Josh is not here today, so I am doing it solo. But what a game to do an episode after. Sidney Crosby decided to show the world that he is the best hockey player of all time, and also the Pittsburgh Penguins got a much needed win against the Philadelphia Flyers as they defeat the Flyers 7-6. Now, thank you so much for joining this podcast, whether you're listening later on Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcasts, wherever you find your favorite podcasts, or you're joining us live right after the game on X, YouTube, and Twitch. Thank you so much. Hopping into the chat real quick. Ethan comes in and says, I don't know if my heart could take any more. Or Ethan saying, hot take, TNT did not do a bad job today. I'll counter that. Let's talk about that real quick. TNT did a horrible job today. I'll tell you why. First of all, they said the puck drop was at 3:30. Okay? 3:30. Puck didn't drop until Puck didn't drop until what is it? 3:56. That is unbelievable. And that's due to TNT. Okay? Unreal. I hate it. Let's talk about the first intermission where they basically talked about nothing. Let's talk about the pregame where they talked about basically nothing. They had Mike Sullivan on there, and Mike Sullivan just talked about why he loves to coach. And granted, yay, that's cool. I'm glad we got to know a little bit more about that, but not one thing about, hey, your team is in a tough position. How are you going to get yourself out of it? Nothing like that. It was all light and airy, and I feel like there should be a little more depth than just you know who do you like as coaching? I think it was all right. But otherwise TNT did a good job, I guess, broadcasting it, even though you can barely hear them uh over the audio of the ice, which you heard so clearly but barely heard the broadcasters. I don't know what's going on with that. But me personally, I did not think TNT did a good job. I much prefer Pittsburgh Sportsnet to TNT. 100%. I hate TNT. Don't like it. I mean, my nose is super itchy, and I don't know why that is. I think. I don't know. I just didn't like it. I just didn't like it at all. And I'm sure they're going off right now about how great Sidney Crosby is and all that jazz, but I don't know. I just didn't like it. Josh is in the chat. Let's talk about it. Josh is in the chat. He's saying, let's go. He went to Monster Jam today. So if anyone's jealous, it's me. Monster Jam is always fun. We did hear the chants on the broadcast, even though you could barely hear anything. The Flyers suck chants, which is always good. But Penguins have a tendency of doing that chant and then all of a sudden blowing a 4-2 lead. So let's not do those chants. Let's do those chants when we have a 7-2 lead. That's what I prefer. But we never did. So that's something exactly what I want to talk about today. It's going to be a quick episode. But let's talk about it. So, the Pittsburgh Penguins had a 4-2 lead going into the third. You do not come into that third period. No, I'm sorry. They had a 4-2 lead in the second. They blew it 4-4 coming into the third. I'm back. Usually I have Josh to correct me on these things, but I'm amped. I have so much adrenaline. And yes, so Jay is in the chat here. He says, quick episode, we got a game to play. That's right. I got a beer league hockey game at 8 o'clock, so I'm gonna wrap this up so I can go do that. But I gotta commit to the craft. I gotta keep on going for the podcast here. And how can you not do an awesome episode after an incredible hockey game? Okay. Whether this game was on the Penguins, like the line for the season or anything like that, the Pittsburgh Penguins just dropped 7 on the Flyers in a very close game. So whether this was early in the season, late in the season, or like now where it's very crucial we get this game, what an exciting game. It was awesome. Awesome to see the Pittsburgh Penguins dig deep and actually kind of find an identity for like once. Usually the Pittsburgh Penguins start strong, end weak, start weak, end strong, or they're all over the place. Tonight, I think was the first time I was like, man, they want to be a playoff team. This is a team that wants to dig down deep and score. But there's the big issue with that. If you went with comes that you have to have a mindset of when you're up 4-2 to protect that lead. The bad defense, the bad goaltending tonight absolutely led to a disastrous game for the Pittsburgh Penguins when you look at the perspective of the actual play. The actual play led us to lose a 4-2 lead going into the third, where we need to be more cautious on how we play, especially to a team that is in a playoff spot currently. We are not, and we continue to kind of shoot ourselves in the foot as we progress in the game. So Jay was at the hockey game today, I believe. It's a mindset. Free car wash, free core water, no sponsor, and free chili. Yeah, did they hit all those things? I'm assuming they did. But man, really want to talk about one special hockey player, which is Sidney Crosby. Holy cow. Put him up there. Put him on the Mount Rushmore of hockey. If you didn't have him there already, you got to have him now. He is absolutely playing unreal. A 5-point game tonight. A 5-point game. He started off scoring for us with the first goal and then was just nonstop controlling the puck, passing it, making sure he set up the plays. And don't get it twisted, Sidney Crosby set up those plays. Sidney Crosby is the Philadelphia Flyers' dad, and there's no other way to put it. When he's out there, the Flyers are scared, and it shows. And honestly, he's been doing this all year. Okay, I don't know what it was about the time of the game or that it's on Sunday and a lot of people are missing football, but everyone was tuned in on Twitter. So we usually have a little segment on here called Tempenture on the on the show to discuss how Penguins fans are feeling during the game or just overall. And today, that temperature is all these Steeler fans come out of the woodwork and they go, whoa, this is such a crazy game. Oh, this is so important to the Penguins game this season and all that. First of all, shut up. Second of all, these people who are coming in and going, wow, this Sidney Crosby or whatever. I'm just like, you haven't been paying attention. This isn't just random. This isn't just a must-win game. This isn't just a one-off for Sidney Crosby. This is more than that. He has been carrying this team this entire time. He absolutely has been playing so well. What's up, Luke? What's going on? Chari being back helps us so much. Didn't know I would miss him being on the ice. Did he though? Was Chari being on the ice so helpful? I'm not sure. That is a great one. Angry Boo in there. Heyo. Armand coming in there saying Crosby for MVP. And that's exactly what I'm talking about, dude. Thank you for joining the podcast. That's what I'm talking about. Sid for MVP. There's no way the Penguins are in the spot where they're at right now without Sidney Crosby. It's unreal. And like we've talked about it on the pod for how long. Go back to our episodes. Watch all our episodes. I'm telling you, we've been hyping up Sid because he has been. But all these people come out of the woodwork and saying, like, whoa, Sid is playing hot. He's on fire. Or today was Rust was on fire. And it's just unreal, dude, that the people don't understand that Sid has been dominating this league for all season. All season. Armand, you said you're a Pens fan from New Jersey. Where in New Jersey? We need to know. We need to know. Let me know where you're at. But seriously, just everything is kind of I feel like people are understanding where Sid is at now. A 5-point game, a 5-point game. He is definitely getting a point per game this season for sure. He will tie Sidney Crosby. If you tie, he will tie Wayne Gretzky. So if you don't have him on your Mount Rushmore of hockey after today's game, you have to put him there. There's no questions. There's no ifs. There's no what ifs. Nope. Sidney Crosby is on the Mount Rushmore of hockey, and there's no debating anymore. Something else I want to talk about tonight. If Jari did not play like trash, we would have won this game definitively. There was a couple goals that Jari just let through. Just absolutely let him through. So I am not sure what he was thinking. Maybe he was just having an off game. But this was a game that he did not need to have an off day. This is a game where he needed to play like super well. And he didn't. NES in the comments saying, can't say long, man, but what a wild ride. Yeah, what a game this was. Game was unreal. Roller coasters, something we don't like here on the TPC. We like to have consistency. We like to know players who know their roles, players who understand what uh um needs to get done. I do have ADD. Josh is not here to corral me, but Ethan, yes, I did see Tanger during Sully's speech on TNT and on TNT. He was like humping the ground as he was stretching randomly. I thought it was hilarious. It was really good. William in the chat says, I agree. Jari was shaky. Yeah, he was. He was. Absolutely. It wasn't even like defense was playing that bad. Now, granted, some goals left Jari out to dry. I think it was like their second goal back, and Carlson just overcommitted, and he came up way too close. He was by the hash marks, and someone was just right there, and they just kind of buried it in. But Jari definitely let a few soft ones in there, and I guarantee you it would have been like 6-3 overall. But once again, the Penguins just not being consistent. Now, this is a win we had to win. So I'm happy about that. This is exciting. The Pittsburgh Penguins are kind of getting back on track, which I appreciate. But this was a game that we could have showed our consistency, our forechecking, all this, but we kind of fell back. We kind of didn't really we were good and then bad, good and then bad, and it was a roller coaster throughout the entire game. And Jersey City, it's a part of northern New Jersey. Okay, cool. Well, thank you so much for joining. Josh and I were born near Newark, New Jersey, so we always like to tell people that. And William in the chat says this. I'm glad that we could get a win when Jari wasn't on his game. It sucks when we blow it and Jari is sharp. And I think that's kind of been the story of the Penguins season so far, because we've had good goaltending. We've had great goaltending, not only from Jari, but from Nedeljkovic. And when they played sharp, we kind of blew it, right? We kind of let the game get a hold of us and they score, or it goes into overtime and we give away unnecessary points. Jari played like doo-doo today. And I'm glad that Sidney Crosby was there to actually make sure that we didn't. Make sure that we didn't suck, make sure we didn't kind of fall. He was doing everything in his possible like physicality that he could to make sure the Pittsburgh Penguins won tonight. NES comes in and says, "I'm just glad we didn't lose to freaking Philly." Yeah, I mean, I think there was a lot of people on Twitter saying that if we lost tonight, it was over. It was our whole entire season is over. And I don't think that's true. I think, you know, I think we could have bounced back, but a lot of people were thinking of that this was it. I love the chat today. Can I just say that? Because there's so many people in here, so many people asking questions, and this is exactly what we envisioned for this. So keep them coming. I love it. And then we'll wrap up soon. But man, I love this. Okay, Angry Boo coming in and saying Harkins was looking good too. Absolutely. Oh my goodness. All of a sudden, once again, these people out of the woodwork coming saying, "Oh, Harkins looks good today. Harkins look good." Man, he's been playing his role this entire season. I see all his hate that he gets saying he doesn't deserve to be in the lineup. He doesn't deserve to be here. He doesn't deserve to be there. Dude, he's earned a spot. Why? Because he understands his role and he does stuff that not everyone is willing to do on that roster, like hit a guy in mid ice. That clean hit. I forget who it was, Farabee or something like that. I'm butchering his last name. But that open ice hit that Harkins had. What? What a hit, dude. What a hit. What a clean hit. 100%. Um, this guy, 369 Kid in the chat says, "Do you think that we should fire Mike Sullivan?" Absolutely not. Right? Let's answer that really quickly. Drysdale, thank you, Angry Bit. 369 Kid, do I think I should fire Mike Sullivan? Absolutely not. I think this guy is the coach to lead the Penguins to another Stanley Cup. If not Mike Sullivan, who? Right? That's the best response I could do to this kind of question. If not Mike Sullivan, who, dude? Like, who would you have? That's my thing. If you don't think Mike Sullivan is the guy, who would you put up? You know? No idea. No idea. That's my point. So no, I would take a bullet for Mike Sullivan. So Mike Sullivan's my guy. Okay. Armand, back in the chat. If they would have lost today, I wonder if Sully would have started to trend to be chanted. I don't know. Because here's why I disagree with that. I don't think if we lost today, it would have been immediate, let's fire Mike Sullivan. Because in the press conference that Kyle Dubas had, he said that Mike Sullivan is safe. So Mike Sullivan is the guy. He kind of talked as if Mike Sullivan's going to have a contract extension rather than getting it cut short. So I don't think that's happening. I think Pens fans who are kind of understanding where the season is going after that press conference will understand that Mike Sullivan's not going anywhere. And that's good. Now, Todd Reardon, on the other hand, get him out. Get him out of town. I want him out. So if we can get him out, dude, that's good. I would like to keep Mike Vellucci. He's definitely offensive minded, but he's on the defense. He's on PK. So what I would do if I'm Kyle Dubas and I'm Mike Sullivan, is what I would do is wait until the end of the season, get rid of Todd Reardon, which would make the fans rejoice, and then make Mike Vellucci head of power play, and then bring up Forrester. Whoops, hit the computer. Sorry, Forrester or Foster, the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins head coach. Bring him up to kind of get NHL experience as a PK guy. I think that would be probably the most logical route going forward for the Pittsburgh Penguins. But no, I do not think if we lost today, that would be the mindset of the Penguins fans. And then to your point, what you just said, Todd is the Matt Canada of hockey. You're absolutely right. He should have been fired long ago, dude. Long ago, but he wasn't. He's still around. So we'll probably wait until the end of this season here. Brian, in the chat says, missed a game. Did Jari play that bad that we needed 7 to win? A win is a win. About time we bailed Jari out. Yeah. Hey, I think now this is me stirring the pot, baby. Stirring the pot. I'm kind of maybe I don't know if this is right or wrong. Elliot Friedman last night said that Jari could be on the move. Jari or Nedeljkovic could be on the move for Penguins, as well as Jake Gensel. Did that get into his head today? Is that why he played so bad? I don't know. Was it the time? Was it just the day? I am not sure, but I do know that. Does this help Jari's case to get him shipped out of Pittsburgh? I don't know. He's playing good. I don't think we should trade him, but it's rumored that we can likely package, not package him with Jake Gensel, but trade him out. So if that's the case, did that have an effect on today? Or does it help Kyle Dubas to get him out of time? So Angry Boot comes in and says, Jari let in 3 or so softies. The defense also cost us 3 or so. Yeah, and if I do the math correctly, that's exactly how many they scored. So, so Jari let in 3 really bad shots, really bad. And then the defense also cost us, like you said. So, guys, what a tough game. It was a tough game, only because a little slow start from the Penguins, right? If this game was as important as everyone has kind of mentioned, this game was supposed to be, hey, we come out, we come flying, we come shots on net, we come hitting people. We did not look like that. Now, granted, we started off the scoring, but we can't count on Sid to do that every single night. And if the games are just going to get harder and get more frequent, we need more guys to step up. We need a lot more guys to step up. Like Brian Rust, who played lights out tonight. He played so well, got 2 goals. If he didn't get hurt, I definitely think he would have had a shutout. But Luke coming in the chat saying, any word on Brian Rust? No, but here's what I guarantee you Mike Sullivan will say to the media. All right, let me just make sure I get in frame. Is there any update on Brian Rust? He's being evaluated for an upper body injury. That is exactly what Mike Sullivan will be saying. So, no, I don't think there will be an update today. I think we'll find out tomorrow. Okay, Ethan, one last thing. We'll talk about this guy. We'll wrap up, do some housekeeping, and then I got to go play hockey myself. Will we score 7 goals tonight? Who knows? If I got Jay on my line, you better believe that I'm putting one. But I was going to say top of the net, but it's probably not going to go there. Probably like 5-hole or something, but it's going in the back of the net. You better believe it. Ethan in the chat says, what about Bellstrom? Man, welcome to the Pittsburgh Penguins. We get him in a trade on Thursday, his first game for the Pittsburgh Penguins, and he's lights out. He was all over the place. He came to play. And I think he came to impress Mike Sullivan. And if he didn't after tonight, then maybe Mike Sullivan is something's going on, because I'm telling you, he played great tonight. And this is exactly these kind of moves that you expect of a great GM. Hey, we have a guy in AHL who's kind of flirting the line between NHL and AHL. How can we get a bottom 6 guy effective immediately who's going to impact the lineup? And here comes Bellstrom scoring in his first game with the Penguins. He was playing well. I loved Bellstrom out there, and I can't wait to see what he does going further. All right. Armand in the chat saying first star Sidney Crosby, second star Russ of the game. And yes, and I'm pretty sure a Flyers got a guy on the third, which is bogus. But that's pretty much it. Man, Crosby, 1 goal, 4 points. Dude, come on. Holy cannoli, dude. Last couple things. Housekeeping here. Yo, we got a Discord. You like talking hockey during Penguins games? Make sure you get on Discord. We have a Discord channel, The Penguins Collective. Ethan or Angry Boot can put a link in the chat right now. You are all on YouTube. I see some new people, some new faces. I would love to see you guys on the Discord. I chat, Josh chats, everyone chats during the game. I'm live tweeting, so I'm not as active during the game, but Josh is. And during the week, we're active. We're talking to you. Sometimes we get on the mic and we chat. I know we did that a while ago. We're due for another one. So if you guys want to chat off air, something completely different, make sure you get on Discord. The Penguins Collective. Okay, hold on. They're saying I cannot invite people, but guess what? Boom, bang, boom. Watch me work that fast. It's in the chat. Oh, it's there. I beat you boys to it. It's there on the chat. Make sure you guys click it, get involved. I would love to see you on Discord. Also, make sure you guys go to shopyins.com. Shopyins with 2Z's.com. We got new apparel in. That's right. We got new apparel in right now. Someone's calling me right now live, but I can't answer it. Although it would have been funny if I did answer it. That would be super funny. But I can't. Gotta wrap it up. I gotta get ready for a hockey game. Can't do it. Can't do it. Guys, make sure you go to shopyins.com. That's 2Z's, shopyins.com to get awesome apparel, right? Pittsburgh Penguins apparel. Armand, shout out to you for just joining our Discord. Thank you. You get Pittsburgh Penguins apparel like Carlson's face, Trustin Dubas, but we got TPC merch there. You can get a new hat. Yes, this hat, but you can also get the Penguins Collective hat with our logo right over there. Right there, the Penguins Collective word mark logo right on the hat. We have a mug now. That's right, a mug. So when you're sipping on your coffee, you could be thinking about the awesome podcast you support. Also, a sticker, and I think we got a new shirt. So make sure you guys go to shopyins.com. That's 2Z, shopyins.com, and enter promo code TPC15 for 15% off your first purchase. It's a great deal. I think I'm about buying all this stuff myself. So make sure you guys go to shopyins.com and order your TPC merch today. Guys, thank you so much for joining this podcast, whether it's online live after the game or later on Spotify or wherever you find your favorite podcasts. Our next game is Tuesday, February 27th against the Vancouver Canucks. Let me tell you, it is a 10 o'clock start. We will decide if we do this West Coast trip. I'll tell you why. It's late, okay? We may do something completely different. Maybe we'll be live during the game. Maybe do something like that. But you tell us, going on to Discord / the Penguins Collective, go on Discord. Let us know what you guys think we should do. Because that would be great. That would be great. We need direction because we got no overhead. It's just me and Josh, and we're just two stooges trying to run a podcast. So we need your input to make sure we make the right decision because we got work. So go on Discord and tell us if you guys want to do this West Coast trip. If you want to stay up till 1 a.m, nope. If you want to if you want to get it done earlier, that'd be cool. Josh has kids. He doesn't want to be staying up till 1 a.m. He doesn't want to be staying up till 2. So make sure you guys go on Discord. Tell us what you want to do for this West Coast trip. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you guys in the next one. I got to go score some goals of my own. Okay? We'll see you in the next one. Thank you for joining us. And as always, let's go Pens.